I have a sister who has RA. That's my hand on the right and her hand is on the left. That is my future. That's as much as I can actually close my hands. Hopefully, when you get done watching this video, you will feel like you might have some products that you could purchase that might be able to help you or a loved one who has arthritis in their hands. I've been using this product for over 5 years, and it is the Loopy Case. They do have them for more than just an iPhone. I have an iPhone 13 Pro Max, I think this is. This has been one of the best things I ever bought for my fingers. This is very malleable. I can literally put this on. I can hold my phone like this. Honestly, this has been a huge game changer. There are some things I don't like about it. I don't like that it doesn't go flat. I don't like I have to take it out of its case to charge it. I have to take it out of its case to put it on a dock in my car. Sometimes it literally is painful to pick up my phone. So this makes it so no matter what, I can always pick it up. I could do my thumb if my fingers hurt. This really has made a huge difference. Washing hair can be very painful. If you have arthritis in these joints and you want to scrub your hair, it means you are putting all the pressure right here on your hands to scrub. This makes it so that, okay, I don't want this to be wet on my hair. I don't want to ruin my hair. Instead of using my fingers, these are rubbery, so they bend, they're not gonna hurt at all. And you literally can just scrub, do little circles, move it, and do little circles, and just go throughout your whole head. And it doesn't hurt your fingers. It's such a game changer. Some people love this just because it helps get all your products down to your roots anyway. So it's not just made for people with arthritis, but it is a game changer for people with arthritis. All arthritis people are different. Everybody has different pain points and how their fingers move. So what one arthritis person can use, another one might not be able to use. So you kind of have to trial and error things. One of the things that can be really painful is holding tiny little things. So I brought out one of the tiniest little brushes I own. It's tiny. But one of the things you can do is add these little grips. I got this off of Amazon, and they're actually made for pencils, like writing utensils. So of course you can use it for that. But you can also slip your brush in here. Now this happens to be a very tiny one, so it's slippery. It'll slide through, but it doesn't really matter. It gives you a little bit more pressure and it's not sliding. And then you can get a little bit more control to put your makeup on with one of these. Now the bigger ones will actually, it'll stay on there. This happens to be a very tiny one, but it still was very usable. And this comes in a pack of, oh, I just dropped my brush, a bunch of them in all different colors and things. So you can put them on all the different kinds of utensils you use, writing utensils, makeup brushes, anything that they would slide in. The hole is round, so it would need to be something with a round hole or a round product, but maybe even a square one would work if it was small enough. And I really like that they are rubber and very grippy. Like that grippy thing matters, so your fingers aren't sliding, because if something's sliding, you feel like you have to hold it harder, and that hurts. I just wanted to pop on here real quick and say that this channel is all about simplifying life in your midlife. I cover all things about beauty, your home, organizing, decluttering, and I'm even on a health journey to lose weight and get healthier. If that interests you, please consider subscribing. All right, back to the video. An electric can opener would probably be an amazing thing. I have not gone down that route yet. I probably will have to. But one of the things I did get is one with a really wide turn. Now this still can hurt sometimes if I'm opening a lot of cans. So this is from KitchenAid. I think I got it at Target. I'll obviously link it below. But just something like that where it's a bigger thing to grab a hold of. But honestly, probably I'm gonna have to get a can opener that's electric at some point in my life. Jars, let's just say, is one of the most painful things. This thing that goes underneath our counter, and I don't even know, not counter, our cabinet. I don't even notice it there because you don't really see it. It sits right underneath the lip of your cabinet, and you just put your jar in there, twist, and is amazing how well this thing works. Now, what about those of you who might not be able to put it under a cabinet? This I got off of Amazon. It's smaller. It's not going to do a huge jar. This seems like it won't fit because it's pretty big, but honestly, it did fit. I was able to grab it. It's got these metal things that grip a hold, like it's sharp. So that grips a hold of whatever is on your jar or can or whatever, and you're able to then open it. A lot of people in my family are using it because sometimes it's just really hard to open a jar, and it does it without hardly any pressure at all. My husband actually got me this. He bought it a couple years ago. I don't know where he got it. He doesn't remember. And then I could not find it on Amazon, but I finally found it. It's weird. It's under some obscure name like Carnival Opener for Beer or something. It's the weirdest name. So you can't even search on it. I did search beer, handheld beer can opener, and that's how I found. So weird. What I use this for, so the opposite of beer. I use it for this, to open this thing, because this is oddly hard to open. This goes right on there like that, squeeze, and it opens it. Oh, it is phenomenal. Okay, don't want to spill half and half everywhere. For some reason, that is so hard to open sometimes, and I've put it on my channel before, and a few of you replied back with, yes, the milk opener thing is so hard. The other thing is it does have this little like piece right here. This is actually created to do, now I have not done this, so let's see. It's created, I don't know if it'll fit. Oh yeah, I think if we start it that way, to open these tabs. So let's try it. It goes underneath. At least, at least it gets it started. And now at least I can then open it the rest of the way. Have you tried these, Celsius? A lot of junk in it. Very good. This will also go around. It does have this part to it. It doesn't work as good. I tried to open this with it, and because it doesn't have the like serrated thing in it, it just kind of slid. So if it was stuck, it's gonna hurt your hands. I wouldn't use it for that kind of thing, but for this part of it, I love this thing. Another kind of opener would be opening these kind of things that are a small thing like this, where it could be a toothpaste. This happens to be things for my feet. It's just these little things. I found this, it's got, again, those serrated things, and you bring it in here and then be able to grip it, and it opens it up without having to really hurt your fingers, because tiny things like this are difficult. Okay, let's talk keys. Keys are one of those things that sometimes really hurt because they're really small and you're trying to grab a hold, and sometimes just that pressure on that knuckle, yep, it shoots pain right through you, or you just can't get it. Like your fingers just don't move that way. So I found this thing, it's called a key wing. You put your key right in it. So when you get it, there's gonna be a little piece on this part here. This is sticky. And you peel that off and you just put your key right on the sticky part. It's very sticky. You wanna make sure that this part is up, but not so up that you cover up any part of the actual key. I did put it on and had it wrong and was able to peel it off and put it back on. So it is a little bit maneuverable, but not much. So kind of be careful with it. It comes with a pack of 3. I took it off of this. And then you just bring it back in and it clicks into place. And then now this whole thing goes in and you have all this leverage space to be able to turn your key so it doesn't hurt your fingers so much. This, I think, is a wonderful thing. And now I can just go ahead and put this on my key ring. Zippers are another one of those things when you have to pull on a zipper and it just hurts. It just hurts sometimes with this tiny little zipper, and you're just like, how am I going to be able to pull this up? It hurts so bad. Sometimes you can add a little piece of fabric and put it in there, but I did find these things. I'll show you. So this is one of those instances where it was a tiny little puller, but I added this thing. This is a piece that you just added in, and now, oh, if I can get the thing away from it. Now it's so much, so much easier. I can't do it. It's so much easier to pull this because I'm pulling this thing and I can get my whole finger in there. It's big. I could pull it just this way if I had to. So much easier than grabbing a hold of a tiny little zipper. They come in a pack of a zillion of them. I don't know why you have to buy so many. I couldn't find a smaller amount, but I actually think it's kind of nice to have this on hand, and when you've purchased something new or you find another thing, you've got it handy and you can just put it on. Very easy to put on, and yeah, this could be a game changer. Pulling up your zipper of your coat, something like that, so much easier. So now I will be honest with you, I have not tried this. I don't have a problem doing buttons, but some of you probably do have a problem doing buttons. And I honestly don't buy a lot of shirts with buttons. I just don't. I don't like them on me. But this is a button looper. This helps you loop your button and pull it through. I will link anything that I can to show you. I didn't want to say I've used it because I haven't. But some of you struggle, so this might be something you want to buy. For those of you who have arthritis, you know how much that hurts me. It hurts so bad to hold something that is a tiny little metal thing or a bunch of grocery bags with heavy things in it. That hurts. So I did find these. It comes in a pack of 3. These things. They are wonderful. I will put it on it. It literally slides. I'll show it to you this way, actually. It slides. There's a little thing, insert, what you call it, opening, and it's got places for your fingers. Remarkably easier to hold this thing. I am like in shock at how much easier this is. So this would be something that I would keep in my purse. It would be great to go to the grocery store because then I can just open it up and put my grocery bag handles inside there and be able to hold it. When it comes in a pack of 3, they had choices in colors. I thought this was such a good idea. And there were other ones that looked handy. I just thought these were attractive looking and not so loud. Nobody would really notice. I mean, if I put this on no one's going to really notice me. Not that that's a big deal. Like, who cares if they notice? But if you are self-conscious over it, this is such a non-obtrusive way of being able to hold things and not hurt your fingers. Okay, cutting your toenails. Probably one of the hardest things because first off, I can't even get down there to see it. My eyesight is the hardest part on this one, but it was really hard to cut my toenails until I bought this thing. This looks like a regular everyday toenail clipper until you notice that this tilts. Instead of taking my hand and going down to my toes and clipping them this way and trying to go around, I can hold my hand the normal way and I tilt this and I can just clip. Game changer, people. This is a wonderful. That's what it looks like. So wonderful. I just store it like that. You can obviously do it whichever angle you need it to be. So because our toes are not all one angle, wonderful thing. So we can still clip our toenails. Another thing that has been big is getting a Kindle. And I think if you're going to get a Kindle, get the Kindle Oasis. What makes this Kindle so nice is it has this added little thing here. It gives you a place to be able to grip, but you don't have to grip. It gives you a place to place your thumb. Other Kindles only have a little bit of space, and that's hard when you have to hold something that's small. It's hard to hold my hand that way. But when you have this much space, I can do it. The other thing is it has the page turners right here and here, little buttons. Now I can touch this and it'll change the page. But I can also just press this button. And what a game changer, or page changer. Sometimes it's hard. I want to read and I just want to sit back and kind of read like this, or if I'm at the beach or I'm in my chair, I want to be able to do this, or laying in bed at night before I go to bed, I want to be able to hold it up and look at. This is so stinking light. I do not have to feel like it's something heavy. If it were a book, it hurts to hold a book open. Like my fingers get really tired fast keeping that open, where I don't have to do that with this. If I want to hold it on my left hand, this thing turns. As soon as I turn it, it will turn around, and so then I can just hold it this way. So it's so convenient for those of us who have arthritis. And then of course it's just the convenience of having a Kindle and all the millions of books you want. Okay, maybe not millions, but you know what I mean. Okay, when you're doing your hair, having to do a blow dryer while you're holding a blow dryer and holding a brush and being able to get your hair done the way you want it, and having both of those in your hands gets really painful after a while. I have a lot of hair. It takes me a good 10 minutes to blow my hair dry. By the time I am done, my hands are just like, until I got this kind of brush. This is the T3, and oh my, I should have cleaned the hair out of it. Yep, there's hair in it, but so I'll hold it over here. This is the T3. I love this because it's one-handed. I can use one hand, I can switch hands if I need to. I can get the blow dry look that I want without having a painful hand. Revlon has one. I like this one better. This one's far more expensive. So if this is not within your budget, Revlon 3-in-1 is another one that's amazing. There's a few different ones out there. The Revlon one gets pretty hot, so that's why I don't like that one. I think it damages hair. This one doesn't do that. But this one's expensive, so if you don't want to do that. This one also has a thing that you can take this off, and it has a flat brush to make it so if you don't want a curl and you want just a flat, you can do that. And it goes on easily, so even those of us who have arthritis, it's not painful to take that on and off. Now, one thing I will say, my sister, whose knuckles you saw earlier, she is a pianist and she plays piano all the time. She tells me that her fingers are actually pretty strong, and it's because she's constantly using those muscles and things. So I feel like I have very weak fingers. So something I did buy, I'm just now starting to use it, so I can't attest to this has helped me. But I got this off of Amazon, and you're supposed to just grip it. It's like a football. Like it's that kind of material, that foam kind of football. If I'm watching TV or something, I can just take this and then switch it to my other hand and just kind of exercise and try to build strength in my fingers. I do know that I overdid it the first time, and the next day I wasn't able to lift things very well. So I think I need to be careful and do it gently. And you may want to consult your doctor before doing something like this. I always think it's best to consult your doctor. I am so glad I got this. I really want to start doing this like nightly and just do it for like 5 minutes each hand. This is made specifically to build the muscles in your hands. Okay, a note to those of you who are either caregiving or have a loved one who has arthritis. Something that's really important to note, I think that sometimes you feel like somebody might be over dramatizing their pain. And sometimes it seems weird how one thing will not hurt one day, but the next day it will hurt this person. And you might not trust them. Please trust your loved one who is telling you that it hurts. It hurts. There are days that my fingers, I don't even notice them. Like they're fine. I can carry the paint can and I can do all the things. And then the next day, the thought of picking that up is just ouch. It is amazing. The weather changes and it changes our hands. Something we did the day before, we cleaned something where it was a little nitty gritty, and now every joint hurts. I painted one day and the next day I can barely grip anything. It is really amazing how it changes constantly. What you eat can change. You get inflammation. I am now trying keto, like exclusively keto, and trying to eat very little carbs for inflammation. My sister Barb is the one who turned me on to that because It has made a world of difference in her inflammation and with her RA. Please, please, please listen to the people who you love, who have arthritis. If they say it hurts, it hurts. I am on a weight loss journey. I told you I'm doing keto, but I also have been starting to work out, which is very painful for somebody lifting weights. I put this on a vlog, my first time going to the gym. You may be interested in watching that and how I felt going to a gym for the first time and using these fingers and how I felt afterwards. So I will link that video right here. I hopefully will see you in that one or another one. God bless.